Every story holds a spark of the human spirit. It's time to really let that light shine. This is Conjuring the Human Spirit, hosted by Sean McGuire Meeks, a space for honest conversations, deep connection, and the shared journey of being fully alive. This season, Sean also welcomes guests who open up about their own transformations and experiences, reminding us all what it means to heal, grow, and thrive, one story at a time. You're invited. Let's begin.
Waste no more time arguing about what a good human should be, and simply be one. This is a quote from the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius. In today's episodes, we aren't just talking about abstract ideas. We're following a three-part roadmap. First, we're going to do the audit to see where we stand. Second, we're going to look at the architecture and how to build a stronger foundation. And finally, we're going to discuss the output, how to actually live this in your home, in your office, in your community, and in your heart. So please share one intentional breath with me in and out. Let's begin. We'll call it Phase 1, the audit, looking inward. Before you can be good, you have to know where you are, and also where you're currently leaking character, or maybe you're leaking spirit. The lay your head down on the pillow test is something I do all the time. I've talked about it in previous podcasts. It's a place when I lay my head down on the pillow, I ask the hard questions. And to do this work in my life, I have many guides. Step 10 of the 12-step program reminds me to check in with myself every night. I lay my head down on the pillow. How did I do? Was I honorable? Did I do what I said I would do? Did I make any mistakes? It instructs me to make those things I did wrong right as quickly as possible. In the Toltec shamanism work, The Four Agreements, it reminds me to do my best. And that harkens back to my motive and intention. Is it my motive and intention to do the best I can every day? The answer for me is a sincere, wholehearted yes. So when I'm doing my check-in at night, I offer myself grace to know that I have done my best. If my best has fallen short, and so does yours, right? We're human. We clean it up in earnest. Then I cannot do any better than that. I just can't. This lay your head down on the pillow exercise is scanning the things and events in your life that happened that day. And if you're willing to tell the truth, then they're easily seen. Hey, maybe you didn't show up for an appointment, or maybe you lied, or maybe Home Depot didn't charge you for something and you got to the truck and you didn't go back in and pay for it. You know what I'm talking about. But there are some things about our psyche that aren't so easy to recognize, and that is our shadow. The shadow inventory, dun, dun, dun. We talked about shadow in a previous episode. These are parts of ourselves that we try to hide, not only from ourselves, but from others. And I must admit, it's hard enough to identify the parts of ourselves that we can see, done in that lay your head down on the pillow exercise. Identifying the parts of ourselves we hide to hold up our social image, things like anger, insecurity, laziness. We all have them. If you go back to episode 1 with the 7 deadly thoughts, they're vulnerabilities of the human spirit. Doesn't make you a bad person. You have them, I have them. Just understanding that, right? And a good person doesn't delete these. They integrate them so they don't control them. For example, if anger is your shadow, maybe you meditate in the morning. Maybe you get into the gym and wail on a heavy bag every morning in your routine just to get that anger out so that you can function in your day. These are things that live beneath the surface. So get that anger out. Or another example is If you know that you're selfish, simply being aware that selfishness is a shadow of yours can help you not to be selfish. And I'm talking about unconsciously throughout your day. If you're trying to be a good human, then these first two audits alone are a lifetime of work. I work on them every day, and will until I'm dead, because after all, we're human and we make mistakes and we have blind spots, and for one reason or another, we're just not willing to tell the truth at this moment or yesterday or today. So your continued willingness to be a good person is the magic key. The why, as with anything else in your life, is good to understand your true motive and intention. Why do you want to be good? Is it for praise, or is it because your spirit demands it? No wrong answers here, just checking in. What is your motive? What is your intention for wanting to be good? Is it because the world needs more good people, or is it because being a good person gets you further in your life or in your work? Our true motive and intention in anything we do in our life will always yield the desired outcome and intended purpose. It can't help it. It's law, scientific law, as we now understand with quantum physics. Unfortunately, being a good human in today's climate takes a hell of a lot of work. We are all bombarded with lies. Did I say lies? Wait, we now call them untruths, right? Confusion, AI videos. Did I see that? Did I really see that? My husband, the other day, we were laying in bed and there's this shoebill bird in Africa that's friggin' amazing, y'all. Check it out. Like, look at shoebill videos. Anyway, this guy had a reel and my husband had his phone in his hand. He was looking at reels and the shoebill came up to his boat and startled him. And Jeff was showing me and he thought, oh my God, look how funny this is. And I said, that's AI. That's not real. First of all, there's no bird on the planet that looks like that. That's a really cool looking bird. He goes, no, that looks like a cartoon. Look, shoebill, look it up, y'all. It's in Africa. Anyway, within 5 minutes, I had a video of a shoebill approaching my boat in the swamps of Africa. And there I am being startled on my boat. So I turned my phone and I pointed toward Jeff and I go, look, I was in Africa too, and a shoebill came. He wasn't as impressed as I was. The point is that inauthenticity abounds, and doom arrives on our psyche with every click. I saw a social media post the other day that said, I was going to go to the gym and live healthier today, but I decided I think I'll wait and see if the world's going to end first. Life is short, y'all. Carpe diem, seize the day. You, the spirit of you, deserves to be your best self today, not waiting to see what happens around the world, around you. Your family, your friends, your community, your world needs you now. So now we've checked in, phase one, the audit. Are we a good person? What's our motive? What's our intention? And now we're certain of all of that. We begin to build the architecture, building the foundation, because once the audit is done, you start the construction phase. The non-negotiables is where I start. What are non-negotiables for you? Three to five defining core values that you will not break no matter the cost. If you haven't done any core value work, I would encourage you to do so. It's great work that when you work with me in my 12-week program, we do this work. You leave out of here with about 30 or 40 core values that you know resonates in your spirit. It tells you exactly what makes you tick, why you make decisions in your life, why do you react in the way you do in your life. And when you know some of these core values, then you can begin to build the foundation of you, whoever that is. As an example, a few core values of mine are authenticity, community, and connection. That's 3. I've got a list of 30 myself, right? But 3, authenticity, community, and connection. When I was doing my life coaching training, we had to define what our life purpose was. And with a resounding certain yes in my spirit, I am an ancient soul guiding other souls toward a place of authenticity, community, and connection. So it's important to me to be in community and surrounded myself with people, places, and things that conjure connections in an authentic way, because these are core values for me. This is my foundation. And when I'm not in alignment with those sorts of things, like I mentioned at dinner, we're talking about things that I don't have any control over, this inauthenticity. When I'm talking about someone else's community on the other side of the planet, it's just a miss for me. So I have to align myself with them so there's not a disruption in my spirit, because when there is, it makes me harder to be a good person. It takes sincere motive and intention, willingness, action, boundary setting, truth telling, commitment, and discipline. You want to be a good person? You can do it. When you were being disciplined as a child, you were being punished. Now that you're a grown-ass person, you can pretty much do what you want to do. So to be disciplined by choice is not punishment, but consistent and conscious steps you are taking to honor the foundation that you're building of you. It's a foundation that holds the spirit of you now and that will hold the spirit of your future self, the person you're striving to become. And a quick reminder, everyone, we will never fully become. If I say I have fully become, then there's no more learning to do. So to simply be a person proud of yourself every night when you lay your head down on the pillow and ask, did I honor my values? Did I tell the truth? Did I do my best? Where do I need to clean up the mess I've made today? The next step is to begin choosing your tribe of people who will hold you to a higher standard. Let me be clear. I mean, not a group of people that hold you to an unrealistic standard, but one that is championing you and helping you to become the good human you've announced you're trying to be. These are your rules around your values that you tell your community, this is who I want to be, and they help you. They're a group of people who understand that sometimes your shadow, your character leaks, and flaws in character come out, but honor your effort. Know your heart to both clean it up and for your promise to do better next time. And in the end, the most important thing, they love you anyway. All of us will have our moments of shadow leaking and times when character defects get the best of the moment. Surrounding yourself with people who are also willing to work on themselves so that you can encourage one another. Together, you find your blind spots and help each other get back on the rails where you say you want to be. You sincerely know their motives and intentions, and they know yours. This, my fellow listener, is your tribe. And finding them first takes finding you, or at least a willingness to find you. Where do you begin? You don't want to go to church, neither do I. Where do you begin? If you're uncertain, I want to invite you here. Come here, find your tribe. I want to encourage you to come to a workshop here at the farm. We've got one coming up March 20th, 21st, 22nd, the spring solstice, for the magic of listening. The people who come here are always good humans, packed with good motives and good intentions. So we did the audit, we're building the foundation, we're finding our tribe, and now how do we live it, the output? Now that you've taken the time to clean up your side of the street and begin to act honorably every day, take responsibility for your actions, announce your intention to yourself and to your tribe. Once you've found them, here are some ways to be a good human out loud. First, it begins with a change in perspective in your own way of thinking. Instead of asking, what can I get? Ask yourself, what can I give? This, y'all, is the beginning stages of transitioning from being a girl or boy to a fully initiated adult. Being good is often just about being there, or it's labeled good if you're just show up, simply showing up for a commitment. When you are there, though, and then you're also fully present in the room, listening with your heart ears as you do in the magic of listening. Learn how to do that. Speak from your heart in the conversation and in the groundedness of your being. That, my friends, makes all the difference. And if you want to know more about how to be sincerely present, come here, where 12 of us will learn from and practice with one another in how to be fully present. So, do you want to be a good human? Are you trying? Are you doing the audit? Are you building the foundation? Are you finding your tribe? Are you putting that out into the world? Here's some micro challenges for you this week. Identify one ritual that a good human does every morning to set their compass. Are you doing that? There's no right answer to this because the question is different for everyone, and so is the answer. And again, it goes back to the telling the truth about what resonates with the authenticity of you. Because maybe you're in the gym, journaling, meditating, walking, wailing on the heavy bag to tame your gremlins or your shadows. Your willingness to show up daily is what brings forth the change you desire in your own life. No one, hear me when I tell you this, no one, do not look outside yourself, no one can do this work for you, and there are no wrong answers when we're checking in with the spirit of ourselves. So finally, identify one small area today where you've been winging it with your integrity. You know what I mean. Where are you winging it with your integrity? Fix it. And don't tell anyone, because it's not about them. It's about you. Just do it. It is none of your business what somebody else thinks of you. Your business lies in the mirror, and it's your work to do. And if you're willing to tell the truth, begin, build the architecture, the foundation, find your tribe, bring it out into the world, and do your best. Do your best every day. Congratulations. Now you have taken the first step on the roadmap of what being a good human means to you. Thank you for joining me this week. I hope this spoke to your spirit. I'm sending you big hugs and love from this good human to you. Love me, Jeff, Rumi, Plato, and Mr. Frog here at the farm. Hey y'all, it's Sean coming to you from the ceremonial tent inside the newly renovated barn with all kinds of exciting things happening here. This dusty barn has been converted into a magical retreat place for you to unplug and connect. Our next workshop coming up is the magic of listening. We're going to do that 4 times a year now that we have a climate-controlled environment to offer you. And we'll do it on the solstice or the equinoxes, and that is, the next one is March 20th, 21st, and 22nd. You arrive on Friday in the afternoon. My husband cooks you an awesome meal, and then we dive in that evening, all day Saturday, half the day Sunday, and if you have the experience that most say they have here, you walk out of here changed, and you're invited. There's only 12 of you that come from across the country here to the farm, and it's an intimate setting. I think you would love it. If you're looking at how to grow, what do you want to spring forth in your life in this new season coming, then join us here at the farm, March 20th, 21st, 22nd. Check out all the details on the website, McGuireLife.com. If you have any questions, don't be shy. Reach out, send me a message. Let's talk about it. Sending you big hugs and love from me, Jeff, Rumi, Plato, here at the farm.
You've been listening to Conjuring the Human Spirit with Sean McGuire Meeks. To connect with Sean, learn more about working one-on-one, or to grab your spot for an upcoming workshop, visit McGuireLife.com or tap the link in this episode's description. Thank you for joining us, and remember, you're not alone.